Hey everyone, welcome back to the David Mammano Show. Just a heads up, in case you didn't know, my show got picked up by a national podcast network called the Gotham Podcast Network out of New York City. They carry some great shows, and yes, I am so super excited. While I built up a bunch of interviews for them, I am rerunning some of my top past super great episodes. Today's throwback is a powerful conversation with the one and only game changer, Grant Cardone. Whoa. In this episode, we dive deep into the mindset and strategies that have fueled Grant's rise and massive success. From sales mastery to real estate investing to building a truly scalable business empire, Grant shares his bold 10X philosophy and why most people dramatically underestimate what they can achieve and how they can take massive action towards their goals. We also explore how he thinks about risk, how he structures his investing, and what it takes to dominate in competitive industries. If you're ready to crank up your ambition, get uncomfortable, and lean into real growth, this is one of my favorite interviews just for that. So get pumped, put on your headphones, and enjoy this replay with the one and only Grant Cardone.
It's time to share secrets and insights from fellow entrepreneurs. If you're looking to grow or start a business and you're a game changer, then keep listening to Avanti Entrepreneur for great advice from your host, Dave Mammano, America's entrepreneur coach.
Hey, Avanti Tribe, Dave Mammano here. Just want to thank our sponsor, Paychex. You know, Paychex, they make it simple for businesses of all sizes to pay and manage their team. They make payroll easy with employee pay options, including direct deposit, checks, pay cards, and so much more. Founded over 4 decades ago to relieve the complexity of running a business so that the owners can focus on what matters most. Above all else, and more than any other company, Paychex makes it simple. Visit AvantiEntrepreneurGroup.com. Go to our partner link and check them out. They're offering you a free month of payroll just for giving them a shot as an Avanti Tribe member. Give them a shot, folks. They really help this podcast to be possible. Really appreciate Paychex. Now, enjoy the show. Welcome to the Avanti Entrepreneur Podcast. I am Dave Mammano, your host, and we are here to help entrepreneurial achievers and business owners and leaders move forward. That's what Avanti means, everybody. Move forward so that they can reach their potential. I do this by interviewing the nation's best movers and shakers. Today, I have on the show, which just might be the best mover and shaker in the world, Grant Cardone. Grant, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you so much for having me. I didn't know that term about Avanti. I'm really glad you shared that definition with me because I think definitions are really important.
Excellent. Well, you learned. I taught you a little Italian today, right? Move forward.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was Italian, man. That's awesome. You're Italian?
There you go. My previous company was a magazine called Next Step. We would help high school students with career planning and college planning. So I was trying to find kind of a similar name in Italian. So Next Step, Avanti, Move Forward. So that we kind of kept the companies in a very good progression, you know?
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. So it looks like it also means a loyal, understanding friend who loves her friends and family. Hardworking person who cares for everyone.
Well, that sounds just like me.
It sounds like the person behind you.
I want to introduce Laura Marsala right here. Laura's a very good friend, an Avanti member, and a big Grant fan. So I wanted to bring her along as a co-host today.
Dude, everybody's a Grant fan. Come on, let's keep it real.
That is true. They're
either the fan that likes me or the fan that hates me, but there's nothing in between for me.
Yeah. Well, you know, if you're always going to have, if you're very popular, you're always going to have some people that love you, and you're always going to have some people that don't like you, right?
I don't know. I've never been popular, so.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, when you think about it, you know, the president of the United States, right, no matter who he is always disliked by about 50% of his own countrymen, and he's the leader of the free world, right?
You want to be the president of the United States, you got to get half the people that hate your guts.
Exactly.
That way the other half will fund your campaign.
Right. Exactly. So, Grant, thank you so much for being on the show. One of the things that I was so excited about having you on the show is the fact that you said, yes, I have time to be on Dave Mammano, Avanti Entrepreneur Podcast. And, you know, there are so many people that want to be on my podcast, but they're quote unquote too busy, right?
Yeah.
And then if anybody is busy, it's Grant Cardone, right? I mean, you got 5 businesses, you got a beautiful wife and 2 daughters.
14 businesses as of Friday, and we added one over the weekend. So,
well, I must have an outdated bio because this said 5, so you probably added another 11 busises the past couple.
I'll give you a bio 30 seconds from now. Hopefully, it will be outdated again.
I love it. So my big question for you. So I got your book right here. Of course, I read this, and and you even have time to talking to Laura before that. I love that you even make time to read your books for the audio versions. And there's a lot of people that don't have time for that. So no doubt, real estate empire, all your businesses, beautiful wife, 2 beautiful daughters. What is the quote unquote secret of how you make the time to do all this stuff that I think really makes a difference?
Yeah, well, you just said it. I make the time, right? I don't find time. I don't have time. I make the time, period. Like I don't time manage. I don't manage time. I create time. So I want to be on the other end of everything. I want to be the pitcher, and I want to control the game as much as I can. Like there's so many things I can't control, but whatever I can control, I have found in my life, the more you give me, the more I get done. It's interesting, even in my life, like when we had our first baby, I was able to get more done once we had the baby. Now everybody else is saying they don't have more time. I'm like, dude, I get more done now. I started working out about a year ago, about 10 months ago. I was actually doing a podcast Friday. A guy asked me how I get all this stuff done. And then he asked me later how my working out has benefited me. And I had never thought about how the working out had actually benefited me. But we've started in the last 12 months since I started working out, almost double the number of businesses I had before I started working out. Now, how do I add workouts? 2 kids, a wife that, I still have to put attention on my marriage like everybody else. I expanded my real estate portfolio. It's the biggest we've ever been in the real estate space. We have a crowdfunding company that we've raised $180 million and bought almost $500 million worth of real estate in the last 18 months. Wow. I added workouts and did all that stuff and then got more done. So I don't understand what the magic of the deal is. I do know, though, that it's a stable fact that the people that are busiest are always the ones to give the job to. And the people that don't get much done, dude, don't give them anything because they can't get done what they got going now. Yeah. But they do have time for excuses. And I know all that because that used to be old Grant.
Yeah.
I didn't have time. I didn't make time. I wasn't on the creation side. I wasn't on the cause side. I was on the effect side of everything.
Well, there's a saying, that alluding to what you're saying is if you want something done, give it to a busy person, right? They'll get it done, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm assuming that you're very intentional about what time you get up, scheduling your day, scheduling your workouts. I know you schedule when you have time with your kids. Read that in the book. So what is, I know there's probably no typical day for you, but if there was a typical day, what does that look like?
Yeah, they're pretty typical. The thing that works for me best is I always, like in most of the things that I have going on, I've committed to an individual, not just myself. Okay, so, and there seems to always be a time, a commitment to a time. Like I had a commitment to a time with you. I think we were late, which I don't like.
Just a little bit.
But you guys let me get away with it. Y'all let me get away with it, so I started doing it more.
Right.
Right? So I started acting like a diva. but there seems to always be another person involved. Okay, like my trainer. My trainer shows up at 8 o'clock in the morning and work out with me. Mm-hmm. That forces me to get up. You can't wake up at 7:50 and show up for a workout at 8.
Right.
He comes to my place, which saves me time. I don't have to get in a car and drive someplace.
Yeah.
So I'd rather pay him more money to come to me than me go to him because I can get more done that way. So he shows up. He's down there. I got to go down there, dude.
Yeah.
Now, what's interesting is once you get going on something, I showed up 30 minutes early today. I got 30 minutes in before he got there, did an hour with him, take a shower, grab some food, and then rush over here. Why? Because, dude, you're waiting for me.
Yep.
And so all your audience. So when I made time to do this with you, Dave, it helped me. It helps me. Okay. Had I said no to you because I was too busy, I wouldn't make the relationship with you. We wouldn't have talked about Ken and Chris. What's the lady's name behind you?
Laura.
I'll never forget it again. Okay. Laura, I wouldn't have met Laura and found out she was a fan.
Yeah.
So time's there, you're there, there's another person there, and typically I'm having to expend some resource.
Yeah.
In this case, it's time and energy.
That's awesome. Thank you for that. And I feel the same way. Just put it in the schedule. You make it happen. People are relying. We're all going to be dead someday, so why not suck the juice out of every day and make it happen, right? And I love the fact that in everything that you talk about, it's kind of our God-given duty to maximize the day, maximize the week, maximize our God-given potential to bring our gifts to life for ourselves and for others. That's one of the lessons I love that you teach and everything that you do.
Yeah, I don't know about we're all going to be dead one day. I don't know about that part, but I agree with everything else you said.
Right. Well, I guess in this body, right? And then, the afterlife, we can continue to do more. So Grant, for those, I believe that a lot of the Avanti family knows who you are because we're all about, getting better, self-improvement, et cetera. But just in case someone has not heard of you, I would love to, if you could kind of give us maybe the brief history about, how you were born, silver spoon, rich kid in Louisiana, everything handed to you, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So look, I was born by a mother like everybody else. And I had a twin brother. So two of us shared a space. Mm-hmm. My mother was like 4'11", little Italian lady, a little Sicilian woman, actually.
Nice.
And 4'11". We were her fourth and fifth child, and we were not planned. So they were like shocked. My dad was 42. She was, I guess, 39 or 40 maybe. So kind of a late twin, late birth for both of them.
Yeah.
And then my dad was in major transition in his life. He had a life insurance company at 41 years old that he was starting and had it taken from him at 42. Found out he was in transition, lost his job as a life insurance guy, lost his company. His partners grabbed it from him. I don't know the whole story on that, but I know pieces of it, right? Mm. And then he had to transition into being a stockbroker. Used his savings to get a stockbroker. This is 1958, 57, 58. And, he could have gone and been, I guess, washed cars or been a grocery stock boy or whatever. He could have just gone and got a job. But his wife, my mother, and him said, hey, if I'm ever going to do this, now's the time to do it. And he went for it. He finds out he's got 4 and the 5th child coming. Mm-hmm. So at that time he had a 15-year-old, 10-year-old, and a 5-year-old, and now he's got 2 more coming. So I grew up, with a lot of fear in my household. And the fear was, is there going to be enough to go around here? Am I going to make it? The same thing anybody would feel that any highly responsible person in a family, if you're highly responsible, you are going to experience fear in your life.
Yeah.
And to the degree that you lose control over the things that you can control, you're going to feel more fear, period. Like it's just, a mother feels more fear than a father does. Yeah. Because she has more connection to those children, right? Yeah. So I grew up in a middle-class family with a 1,400 square foot house, a little brick house. We had heat, air conditioning. We had a car. My dad was, pay everything off. And he made it in the 10 years. He died when I was 10 years old. But those first 10, he was grinding out.
Mm-hmm.
And then he made it. He was a successful guy, but I mean, we never had like fancy stuff.
Yeah.
And then I guess I was 8 years old. My dad bought his dream house. We went to a much bigger house, about double the size, about 2,500 square foot house on the lake. The location of the house was ridiculous. In Lake Charles, Louisiana, a doctor lived on the left side of us and a doctor on the right of us. And when you did that in 1968, dude, you had made it.
Right. Yeah.
And then my dad died a year later. So the money that was coming in, you know, the thing about death is it's a funny thing because a lot of people don't actually get to grieve the loss of their parents.
Mm-hmm.
Because particularly if they're a breadwinner. Now, if your dad's a deadbeat and nobody depended on him anyway, well, it doesn't matter. You just lost your dad. You might even be glad he's gone. I don't know. In our case, we were not glad he was gone, and now the money stopped.
Right.
But now my mom, who was the caretaker of the household, she cooked us 3 meals a day. A great mom, right? Great mom, but not a good breadwinner. Mm-hmm. She didn't know how to do that any more than she was a golfer, right? So the money stops. There's a life insurance check, and she's got to now start managing money. Completely new role, no preparation, no training, no education, and she's got 5 kids. So we moved into fear. So my life, I grew up with a lot of fear around me. Mm-hmm. It was obvious too. There was fear. It was a very obvious thing as I look back today. Mm-hmm. That I still experience a lot. It causes me to be extremely conservative today still. Probably why I love real estate so much. Real estate for me is like, even though my dad was a stockbroker, I hate stocks because I can't calculate the future of them.
Right.
Real estate, see, I don't want my kids to get a life insurance check. I want my kids to get checks forever.
Yeah.
If they act right. And that's what real estate does, right? Mm-hmm. I got the ring. I don't have it on right now, but my dad's ring, my mom gave it to me. I mean, that's nice and everything, dude, but I'd rather give my kids some deeds and titles and some LLCs. Yeah. So I don't know if I'm answering your question, but I didn't grow up with a spoon. I blew it, by the way. I had a decent upbringing. I had love. I had all the things anybody should, really be grateful for. But I screwed it all up. By the time I was 16 years old, I had gone from middle class to poverty. The more educated I got, by the time I was 25, I had less money than I was when I was 11. So I screwed it all up. I mean, I was a complete loser at the age of 18 years old. Bad grades, trouble to society. My mother even told my friends' mothers, keep your son away from me. He's a bad influence. I was using drugs on a daily basis, wrecking cars. I mean, I was a menace to society.
Yeah. So what happened? Did you reach a point where you just said enough's enough?
Dude.
Avanti. You started to Avanti.
I come forth. So 25 years old, I went to a treatment center for drug addiction. My mom basically said enough.
Yeah.
The best thing my mom ever did for me was give birth to me, number one, and number two is say, hey, don't come around here anymore.
Right. Tough love, huh?
The best thing she ever did for me.
Yeah.
It's almost impossible love. People talk about it being tough love. It's almost an impossible to do that with a child. Now that I have kids, I know how hard that is, right? And she said, hey, don't come here anymore. I was slurring. I went to her. She had a little bar business in Shreveport, Louisiana. Mm-hmm. And I went there, and they'd have Blu-ray games in the back, and she'd take a little bit of the money.
Yeah.
And so I went there one night. I'm slurring my speech. I'm on pills. I'm on weed. I'm on everything. Alcohol. I'm a mess, dude. Mm-hmm. I weighed 140 pounds. My skin was gray white. The drugs were actually starting to come through my skin.
Yeah.
And, she's like, hey, don't ever come here again. Right. You're not welcomed here. I don't want you here. And I was in a treatment center 30 days later.
So that statement made you hit the wall.
Dude, that statement crushed me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like, because see, I was already disappointed with myself, David. You know, I hated myself. This is the thing that people don't talk about with drug addiction. Okay. They talk about the disease and the powerlessness of it and all that. Yeah. Some of that might be true, but as a recovered drug addict, I'm going to tell you something. I was never powerless.
Yeah.
Okay. I was making a choice every day to use drugs again.
Yeah.
And I needed help though. I needed help. I needed a facility. I needed a place where I could go and not use drugs, not be in a drug environment. I did need that.
Yeah.
But I've been without drugs for 35 years. I'm the wrong guy to talk about drugs, any kind of drug.
Right. Yeah.
Don't even get on your cannabis horse. You know, it's all legal now. It's all good. Dude, look, all drugs lead to the same place.
Yeah.
Less production.
Yeah.
It might not lead to addiction. You know, it might not lead to suicide or, you know, crimes but, you know, it leads to less production.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm sure some of the rappers and stuff would say differently, but you won't know until you're not doing it, dude.
Right. So you hit the wall, went to rehab, came out, and it seems like you took all that intensity and passion that you were using for drugs and turned it towards
dude. I took my addiction, I took my addictive quality, and rather than fighting it, you know, I had a sponsor at Narcotics Anonymous, and he says, "You're just switching addictions." I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
I said, "Dude, this addiction stuff, man, it's not all bad."
Yeah.
Like some of the most talented people I have met have this ability to be all in. If you ask me, "Hey, Grant, what makes you successful?" One thing is showing up, and number two is like, once I bite into something, it is impossible to get me to let go.
Yeah.
So that is an addictive, obsessive, compulsive. I don't think it's a disease. I think it's a gift.
Well, you're doing good things with it, right? It's not like you're hurting people.
Direct it correctly, right?
Yeah.
I need to direct it to where I'm like, okay, I'm going to turn this into a win. Now, I'm willing to change. I'm not so lockjaw that I'm going to keep doing the wrong thing over and over and trying to make it right. Look, I'm willing to change, but I won't quit. Like, I just got to alter things a little bit. I got to shift a little bit. I got to find that right place to find that. Because if it's not working, it's because you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
The pitch might be a little wrong. Or look at Tony Romo, right? He was the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. He wasn't that great, right? He had trouble winning. But they made him a radio announcer, an announcer for, and dude, he's unbelievable. He's one of the best announcers maybe that's ever lived.
He's nailing it, yeah.
So sometimes you just got to tweak a little bit.
Yeah.
And but you know, most people don't tweak; they quit.
Yeah.
And then they realize, oh goddamn, I got to start all over again.
Yeah.
Which is all quitting does. Quitting just forces you to start again from scratch.
Well, we were talking before the show here, Laura and myself, about how, you know, the saying "it's darkest before the dawn," right? A lot of people right before they're about to explode. Yeah. There's sometimes surges of, you know, low confidence, low self-esteem. I'm not going to make it, and then a lot of people will give up, right? But for those that push just a little bit more, all of a sudden these incredible opportunities open up, and you're like, most people. So glad I pushed through it, right?
Most people quit before the miracle takes place.
Yep.
You know, and then a lot of people though, like I know a guy, I'm thinking about a guy as you talk about this. He worked for us, and the guy couldn't take, like Corey, he couldn't adjust. He always thought he was right. And I remember a guy told me about 14, 15 years ago. He's like, he's like, Grant, the most important, the most important, powerful thing an individual can do is change your mind. And I was like, dude, that is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
The ability to change your mind about something you thought was so right for so long.
Yeah.
I have done that my whole life. I changed my mind about drugs. I changed my mind about money. I changed my mind about sales. My life had a big breakthrough when I changed my mind about being a salesman.
Mm-hmm.
I was 25 years old, out of the treatment center, hated my job. Like, how many things can you hate on, dude? I hate being a drug addict and I hate my job. I'm like, well, I don't have anything else now. I gave up the drugs. I need to lean into something. You can't hate everything because you end up with nothing.
Yeah.
And so rather than me just hating on my job, I said, even though I hate being a salesman, I'm going to get great at it.
So what did you do? What did you do to get great at it?
I studied.
Mm-hmm.
Every day I studied. I just every day that I spent going to get a drug, find a drug, use a drug, recover from a drug, I took all that time and money and invested in becoming a salesman. I read everything I could read on salesmen.
Yeah.
A salesman, a professional salesman. I had never studied it, right? I had done it for 2 or 3. Actually, I'd done it probably for 3 of my 6 jobs before that were sales jobs that I lost. I was terrible at it.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't comfortable talking to people. I went to classes on presenting to people. I went to classes on speaking. And I had a lot of difficulty because of the drug addiction, probably because, you're using drugs every day. You don't feel good about yourself.
Right. Yeah.
So, and if using drugs and alcohol makes you want to talk to more people, guess what? When you're not using them, you don't want to talk to anybody.
Yeah. Exact opposite. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So I had that thing. I had to get over that thing, right? So I'd go to speaking classes, speech classes, presentation classes. I would watch video after video after video of people presenting to become a great salesman. I was selling cars, man. It's not that's not a classy career.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's running around saying, I'm a car salesman. I sell Toyotas.
Right.
And that's what I was doing with a college degree. How I got out of college with all the drugs I was using, no clue. Right. And I'll still don't know today that it's actually I really got a degree.
Yeah. You got a piece of paper?
I do, but I have no idea how I got out of the deal. I wasn't even at class most of the time.
Right.
So 30 days after I came from that treatment center, I threw everything into it. And dude, literally 30 days after I got back from the treatment center, the job, and why I like to work so much probably today, that job saved my life.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I didn't, a car dealership, they open early in the morning, servicing cars, 6 o'clock before people go so they can drop their cars off. And they stay open late.
Yeah.
Now, the place that I was working at in Lake Charles, they would close like 6 o'clock. I'm like, hey, guys, y'all trust me enough to just leave me here till like 10?
Yeah.
Because people would wander around the dealership. I'd be like, I'll stay here. I got no place to go.
Right. Yeah.
Like if I go home and I'm by myself, I'm worried.
Yeah.
Okay. And I wasn't worried about girls coming over to visit me because they weren't. I was worried about the drug dealer coming back around.
Right. Yeah. You wanted to keep busy, right? Yeah.
I wanted to stay busy, man. So I just turned all that. And the next thing you know, I became a great salesman.
Yeah. Well, so what I love about what you're saying is, so the first thing you did is you threw yourself out there and you learned, right? You took classes, you got training, you got the skills you needed. But another thing you did, and reading your books, is you worked harder than everybody else, right? I mean, I remember reading one of your books. I think it was 10X, that you would wear people out. People wanted to kind of mentor you and shadow you for the day, and they couldn't keep up with you, right? They would putter out about 5 o'clock, and you would go to 9 or 10, right? They're like, Grant, yeah. I can't keep up with you, right? So
yeah, it was crazy. I was 31 years old, and this dude, I forget the guy's name. I met him in a men's meeting. I'd go to these men's meetings, and it was a way for me to prospect, really.
Yeah.
And thanks. And God, what's that cat's name? He was a commercial real estate guy. Yeah. I think he did office buildings or something. No, he had a very respectable career. I was living in Houston, Texas at the time. I just started my first company. Mm-hmm. And what I was doing was I was going around showing companies how to sell differently. And I had this idea that I was going to change the sales world. I was going to become the next Tom Hopkins, Brian Tracy, all those guys I was watching in videos. I'm going to become that guy. I'm 30 years old, dude. Look, I had no clue. But I'm convinced I'm going to become the next great sales guru.
Sure.
I read all those books. I forget the guy that did 10 Cups. There was Zig Ziglar was hot then.
Jim Rohn probably, right? Yep.
Who?
Jim Rohn is another big one, right?
I don't know that I ever studied Jim stuff. I know Tony studied, worked with Jim Rohn.
No, Zig Ziglar's great. Earl Nightingale. Yeah.
Clement Stone. I read all the Clement Stone stuff. He was one of the originals.
Yep.
And I'm like, I'm going to become this guy. So anyway, I go out and start pitching my deal. I guess I was 30. By this time, I'm 31, 32, and I had learned how to do it. I was spending 250 days a year on the road.
Mm-hmm.
I'd pick a city. I think San Antonio was the city I took this. This guy says, "Hey, can I go with you?"
Yeah.
And I said, "Yeah, you can go with me, dude, if you can hang with me."
Right.
He was a commercial real estate broker, and I'm knocking on the doors of small business owners.
Mm-hmm.
We get there Monday morning. We drive from Houston to San Antonio. I get there like, I don't know, 8:30 in the morning. First call. No appointments, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Cold as ice.
Yeah.
I'd never even been to San Antonio.
Right.
He's like, well, who do you decide you're going to call on? I said, whoever I see.
Yep.
We just start walking in companies, car dealers, plumbers, contractors, anybody's open, State Farm agents. I'm walking in. Okay. So we go to lunch about 11:30. I've already made 3 or 4 presentations. He's like, dude, you're a maniac. We don't get home till 10:15 that night to our hotel room. We check in at 10:15.
Right.
On the second day, he's like, I can't do this anymore. At 5:15 on the second day, he's like, hey man, I mean, how long are you gonna do this? So I'm gonna do it till we get it done.
This is every day, right? It's a normal day for you, right?
He's like, man, I can't do this. He had to go home, dude.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, there's something to be said. And that work, when anybody watching right now, if you're really working hard, right, to keep working hard.
Yeah.
Find the right vehicle. Okay. It's not the working hard that doesn't work. Okay. I know a lot of people today talk about hard work or it's not paying off. And I'm not talking about just grinding out. You got to find the right vehicle. Now, I thought I had found the right vehicle. I look back now, I'm like, dude, I was in the wrong vehicle even then.
Yeah.
Didn't even know it.
So fast forward to now, right? One of the things that I really...
It all worked.
It all worked, I know. Well, I mean, actually talk more about sales, I guess. I think a lot of people... They're working hard, but they're not working smart, as they say. And a lot of people are just not spending enough time every day knocking on those doors, making those phone calls, trying to make those sales, right? I mean, that's the oil that makes the machine work, right? Every day, trying to make some sales, right? You have all your people making sales, right? I think your receptionist trying to make some sales, right?
Yeah, look, it's about doing something every day. Okay, you made a comment that I was wearing short sleeves to show off my guns, right? but dude, I work out every day.
Yeah.
Right? Like the trainer's like, you need to take a day off. I'm like, dude, you know how many workouts I did last week? And he's like, did you do 6 days? I said, no, I did 11 workouts last week.
Right.
Okay, now I got a guy across from me. He's half my age. He's doing 3 and 4 workouts a week.
Yeah.
So it's like you can't keep up with me because I'm doing 300% more than you are.
Right. Does he know that? Does he know that you can kick his butt?
No, I can't kick his butt or anybody else's butt. But the point is, like, if you show up every day, if you just put in the time and make the corrections and get someone to show you how to do it right.
Yep.
Like you if you just work hard and you don't get input from other people, when it's not working, if I'm putting a shovel in the ground and I'm not making a hole, I'm doing something wrong. It's either the shovel, the angle, the foot,
your method, right? Yeah.
Or dude, maybe I got my shovel in the wrong place. Sometimes you need a third party to say, bro, look, just move over a little bit.
Right.
And I've always been willing. I mean, the one thing there's a couple of things I'll give myself credit for, and there's a whole list of character defects I have, right? But one thing I am willing to do is I am willing to ask for help.
Mm-hmm.
I'm willing to help a lot of people. I know a lot of people in my space, the motivational guys, they're willing to help a lot of people. They're willing to speak to audiences. Here's where they fail. They are not willing to get help.
Yeah.
And if you are unwilling to get help and direction because you know it all, because you are the authority, or maybe it's not because you're the authority, you're just in that place of being the guy. You're the beacon, rather than, but who directs you?
Yeah.
And it you have to be willing, though. You got to be willing to go read something and assume. I know people that read books that don't get anything out of them because you don't know. Like the guy's sitting there underlining things. I'm like, what are you underlining? I'm highlighting. What are you highlighting? Okay, let's go look at what you're highlighting. Most people are highlighting what they agree with.
Yeah.
That's not where learning comes from. Learning comes from understanding what you don't agree with. When you said Avanti, I'm like, I don't know that word.
You looked it up.
I need to look it up. Otherwise, I'm walking around the planet. I don't know.
Yeah.
And when you don't know, when I don't know something, what happens is my ability to stay present drops.
Yeah. Well, I think, Grant, what you're saying is very important to people because, here's Grant Cardone, very successful in many areas of his life, yet still humble enough to say, I need a coach. I need help with these areas of my life that I don't know what to do or I'm not an expert in. My son, he's a 10th grader. He's in advanced math, right? Did bad on a test. And so I got him a tutor. He's like, Dad, I don't want to have a tutor. How embarrassing, I said, let's call him a coach. You have a math coach now. I go, Tiger Woods, best golfer in the world, has a golf coach, right? So if Tiger has a coach, it's okay for you to have a coach in math, right? And I mean, that's what we do with Avanti. We have a lot of coaching programs, business owners that we say, don't go at it alone. Let us help you in the areas where you need help with. And here you are saying, I need help with my fitness, even if it's just accountability or expertise, right? And so I think it's a very important lesson, everybody. Like, don't be afraid. Don't be so egotistical to say, like, I don't need help with this. I don't need a coach.
And don't be so cheap either.
Don't be so cheap. Exactly. It's going to cost some money, right?
They're like, I'm not going to pay a guy $100 a session to work out with me. Look, I've been working out for, 40 years. When I did it by myself, almost every third week I would hurt myself. I've been working out with this guy for 10 months. I haven't hurt myself one time, except for the one time I went and worked out by my damn self.
Right. Yeah. So the lesson is.
But hey, look, a lot of people are cheap.
Yeah. It's an investment.
And we're raised cheap, especially if you're Italian, by the way.
Yep. I know what you're talking about.
Italians are notorious for being cheap.
We're Sicilian, by the way, so we know what you're talking about.
That's even a lower grade of Italian, right? You ever been over there?
What's that?
You ever been over there?
Oh, I've been over there a bunch of times. Yep.
Yeah, what, the north or the south?
I've been over to Sicily. I've been all over, but I've been to Sicily mostly.
Yeah, so you go if you're in the north. I was in Milan, and I was actually in Lake Como.
Yeah, I've been there.
But I was at the Heinz's home.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
they sold that home to George. What's his name? George Clooney.
Oh yeah. I saw that from the boat ride. Yep.
However I do my hair, George does his hair just like mine.
Yeah, he looks at you, right?
Yeah. So anyway, I'm in Heinz's house. I'm playing with the old man. This is Mr. Heinz.
Mr. Heinz.
And we're down in this little freaking, it's unbelievable Italian villa on Lake Como.
Yeah.
You guys that are watching, man, go look up Lake Como. It is unbelievably one of the most beautiful places on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm downstairs playing backgammon with him. He's worth, that family's worth billions of dollars. Okay? Billions. We're playing for money. And he cheats on almost every roll.
There.
He rolls an 11, he needs a 10, he counts it as a 10.
Right.
You know? And he's an old dude too. Like he's an old guy. You got to be 80 when I'm playing him, right? So you can't tell him he's cheating. And he's rich as shit.
He's probably fun to go to the market with, right? He's probably negotiating for the tomatoes, right?
He's stealing the tomatoes.
He's stealing the tomatoes.
He's sneaking one in his pocket.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of us, I know I was. This is a mistake I made in my career. I was brought up to be cheap. I was brought up to believe, to save money.
Yeah.
And so I used to not hire people. Like the first 20 years of my career, I had one assistant.
Mm-hmm.
And, today we have 129 people that work here right here in this one location, probably another 150 in the real estate. My goal is to go to a couple thousand employees or more. But the old Grant was cheap. He didn't spend money on anything. I didn't have a housekeeper. I didn't have a nanny. I couldn't imagine. I mean, somebody mentioned nanny. I'm like, well, who would get a nanny for their kids? Smart people would.
Right. Yep.
Okay. People wouldn't. They drive their kids to school. Okay, cool, man. I mean, that's cool. That's great.
Yeah.
You're an Uber driver. Okay. You go from making $175,000 a year to being a driver. Like it's a conflict, right? But most of it is not. And people say, "Oh, I do that because I want to spend time with my kids."
Yeah.
Spend other time with them, man.
Yeah.
Like spending traffic time with your kids. That's not the moment.
Yep.
And so having the trainer, for instance, paying a guy $100 to come to me, I couldn't think with it. But if you study the wealthy people, and I'm not talking about the wealthy people that have all the problems in the world that aren't role models, but study the wealthy people that are doing well. The word wealth is not really about money. It's about well. It comes from the word well, to be well.
Yeah.
And I want to be wealthy in all areas of my life, not just money, but time, physical. I want to have time for charities. I want to have time to give back. I want to have time to take.
Yep. Be a well-rounded entrepreneur, kind of checking all the boxes, not just wealth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve Jobs, I mean, when anybody mentions Steve, he gets the checkbox for being a freaking super entrepreneur.
Yep.
But then all of a sudden, there's stories about some other things kind of falling off.
Yep.
So I want it all. I mean, I want it all.
You want it all. Well, you're very intentional about it too. I mean, as I learn about you, you're very intentional about making time for your wife, making time for your kids, obviously making time for your health, mental health, physical health, and of course, making time for all your businesses and the people that work for you. So that I think that's a great trait about you, is finding the time to not just focus on business, but focus on checking all the other boxes as well. Because when you're 80 on your rocking chair, you're probably going to be 125 on your rocking chair. You want to smile. You're going to be like, I did it all, and I did it all well, right?
Yeah. Well, I think that's good. But I think what I'm really trying to do my life rather than do a business. I don't categorize, I'm being a dad now. Yeah. I'm doing my life. Those kids are there for me, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's not kid ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Those kids are there to serve Papa.
Yeah.
I'm not there to serve them. I'm there to be a good example for them.
Yeah.
And I want those kids to add to my life. I know I'm adding to theirs, like clearly.
Yeah.
And now I want them to add to my life. Like if I go get I love dogs. I absolutely love animals. I don't have any animals right now. I had 4 dogs. I had 2 Great Danes, 2 Chocolate Labs. The Great Danes are like this. I mean, they were so royal. Those dogs were for me, man.
Yeah.
I wasn't there for the dogs. I bought the dogs. Now I know some of the dog lovers and the PETA's people, they're going to be like, man, you're so selfish. I bought those dogs for me.
Yeah.
But you bought your dog for you. You got your little pit bull. You got your little whatever, your little terrier. You got it for you. Don't lie.
Yep.
Okay. You bought your favorite dog for you because it did something for you, right? I had these 2 Chocolate Labs. They came in from Wales. They were very expensive, quality dogs.
Mm-hmm.
The diamond ring I bought for my wife, man. Yeah, it's for her, but dude, trust me, I'm the one that liked it.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
So that's the transparent, what you call, what's that word you use?
Kind of the complete picture, the checklist of wellness.
You used the word a few minutes ago. You're very
intentional.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm transparent about
yeah,
dude, I am a selfish person. Mm-hmm. I do a lot of stuff just for me. You know, I always wanted to have children because I believe children were going to make me happier.
Yep.
And they have, by the way.
But you make them happy too by being there, intentional for yourself, and being the best Grant. Totally. You're there for your kids, your dogs, your wife, everything, right?
And they're part of my life. Okay, now we don't go to the kids to decide where we're going to live.
Right.
If I decide we're going to move, okay.
Yeah.
My kid wants a dog right now. I'm like, dude, you ain't going to get a dog.
Right. Yeah.
Okay? I had 4 dogs. I gave all 4 of them dogs and the damn parakeet away. Okay, because I had so much going on. I had to say, no. The dogs don't fit in my life now.
Right.
Doesn't make me not a dog lover. I don't have time. I don't want to make time. The dogs now are a liability, not an asset.
Right. Yeah.
So I called a buddy. I put it online. Hey, I got 2 Great Danes and 2 Chocolate Labs. Who wants them?
Yeah.
Guy calls me up. I got 10 acres of land in California. I'll take them all. Boom. They were gone the next day.
Yep. And they're still happy. So, yep.
Yeah. The taxes got raised in LA or California. I told my wife, we're selling the house. Whatever you say, let's roll.
Yeah.
We sell the house. I didn't check with people around me. I don't check with I'm not going to check with all my friends. How are you going to feel if I leave? Dude, I got to do the right thing for my life. And hope that the people around me are going to do the right thing for them in their life.
Yep.
So that's just that point about I'm not really doing father or a real estate guy or podcaster. I'm doing my life. You're doing me a favor by having me on your show today.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, because you add value and richness to my life.
Excellent. Well, thank you. And right back at you. It's a two-way street for sure.
Thank you.
So, another thing I love about you, Grant, and thank you for that, by the way, great lessons along the way. One thing I love about you is, when people ask you, hey, Grant, man, you've made it, you spiked the ball. Like, what more do you need? And you're like, you don't want to talk to those people anymore. You're right. Like, yeah. Don't you get it? Right. And so, what is the fuel? Like you obviously can retire tomorrow. You'll be fine. Right. But you want to continue to just reach your God-given potential, do as much as you can with the talents that you have. So what fuels that? What fuels you just, continuing to want more and not spiking the ball and saying like, I'm done. I could slow down now, right? Like you don't slow down at all. You're speeding it up, right? So tell us about that.
So, I don't know that I can explain exactly. I do know that like once you get momentum, and once you know something, like once you start grooving into something, that's not the time to go on a vacation.
Right.
Unfortunately, that's what a lot of people do. They get some victories and they're like, okay, let's go reward ourselves. No, don't do that now, dude. Lean in to the victory.
Yeah.
Champions lean right now. It's like, okay, you just won the Super Bowl. The best thing to do right now is play another game because you're winning, right? I just made 2 shots. Don't go high five it right now. Get the ball back.
Yeah.
Because you have momentum. There's something that comes with momentum that it's magic. It's a magical, I can't really quantify it. I don't know what happened. Something happened to the basket got bigger. So and everything seems to fall. Everything seems to work. So that's kind of where I'm at in my career. Like I literally feel like I wasted, David, the first 30 years. Wrong vehicles, not thinking big enough, not going hard enough, not having the right people around me, being cheap, not using money correctly. It's almost like I just woke up about 15 years ago. And I had an awakening, and then it's really been the last 8 or 9 years that particularly after the economic collapse. 2008 was like wham.
Yeah.
It was like, it jarred me to like, what have I been thinking about this whole time? Comparing myself to other people, because I had a watch and I had a car paid for, and because I had a nice house. That's not enough to give anyone that word that you have over your head there behind you.
Yep.
Okay. That's what I want.
Yeah.
I want that. That's what I want. I want to be able to do business with whoever I want, when I want, for as long as I want. And if you give me a hard time, I want to be able to say, you know what? I'm free to leave this conversation.
Right. Yep.
And me, if somebody sues me for some dumb shit, rather than me spending time in depositions, and hey, what do you guys want? Mm-hmm. Oh, really good. Here, take your little bundle of bullshit
and go away.
And let me make this go away, even though, like, by the way, I would win this. Maybe I don't want to play the game. So that to me is like, that's what we should be taught about money.
Yeah.
They say money won't make you happy. Yeah, but it'll give you choices.
Yeah.
And by the way, when you're trying to get money, you should not be trying to get happy.
Right.
Okay. I'm not trying to get happy when I'm trying to get money. I'm trying to get money.
Yeah.
So when I'm negotiating a deal, I put $250 million worth of real estate under contract last week. $250 million. Okay, that'll be more real estate in 1 week than I did in the first 10 years I was in real estate.
Wow. Congratulations.
When I'm negotiating the deal, and I'm trying to get a better deal on the interest rate, which I could make more money on the interest rate than I could the deal itself. When I'm negotiating that deal, okay, if I'm buying the right piece of real estate, keeping it for long periods of time, my kids will be worth billionaires off of 2 decisions I made last week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now when I'm doing that, I'm not trying to be happy. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the fucking confusion is here, man. This ain't a me. I'm trying to make money.
Yeah, very clear.
I'm trying to set my kids up. I'm trying to set my church up. I could set my church up. If I did the right deal last week, my church could get $5,000 a month from that property for eternity, as long as I own the property. Okay. Right. Every month, boom, $5,000, $5,000, $5,000. We can just send it from the properties to the church.
Yeah.
So those are the kind of things that I'm trying to do when I'm looking at money. When I'm thinking about money, I'm not thinking about paper. I'm not thinking about retirement. I'm thinking about, dude, what can I fund after I'm dead?
Yeah.
How could I actually help more people after I die than when I was alive?
Incredible legacy, right?
Yeah. How can I create something? Like some people think that talking about your own legacy is a bit arrogant. Dude, I want to build a legacy. I want to do something biblical. I want to do something like Jesus did.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I want to do something big. Now, some people would say that's arrogant for me to think I can do that. Well, okay, whatever, dude. The way I read the deal is I was made in the image of. Is that how it goes?
Yep.
Or he's made in my image or something? I don't know, whatever. Dude, I want to do something big.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I mean, the guy walked from Nazareth to where? It was only like 145 miles. Shit, man, I went further than that.
Right.
Okay. So
yep.
And look, we wouldn't know Jesus if he wasn't a show off.
Right. Yep.
Come on, dude, showing off, man. Like, was he up there for 3 days?
Right.
He could have quit quick. He didn't. He's like, I got to show the world.
Yep.
So I'm making fun, but look, all the greats, whoever your great is, it doesn't matter. Doesn't have to be a religious thing. They pay the price.
Yeah.
Over long periods of time. And money, Mother Teresa, everybody's going to say, this is everybody's go-to Cardone money. But Mother Teresa didn't have any money. That's not true. Mother Teresa had people funding Mother Teresa.
Right. She needed money. She needed the tool of money. Sure.
She didn't need money. She had control of money. She had people supporting her.
Right.
And she was the energy. Money's just an energy. It's a resource. It's like time, money. It's all created, dude. It's just fabricated.
Yep.
You know? The problem is the people that talk about it so negatively, like they either don't want it, don't want to have it, think it's going to, make them sin or something. It's just pieces of paper. It has no magic in it. Unfortunately, most people never get enough of it to even make any real decisions about it.
Yep.
Because we were brought up by people that struggled with it.
Yeah. Well, that's people. I get that too. Like, what's the point of making so much money? Hey, the more you make, the more people you can help. You can help yourself. You can help your family. You can help your kids. You can help your church. You can help the charities you want to help. You have more options to live the life you want to lead. And once again, be intentional about who and where you want to have that money go to. So I love what you're saying.
When people say that thing, that whole thing about, when's enough, and, all they did was they're not talking to you, David. They're just talking to themselves. They don't even. I don't even think they want an answer. Like, one of my superpowers is the ability to see things differently, like around a corner, almost like a matrix.
Yeah.
Like, I don't take things. The obvious to me is not always the truth.
Yeah. We look beyond.
Exactly. A penny saved is.
Yeah.
What is it? A penny saved is?
A penny earned.
Yeah. No, it's a penny.
It's a penny, right?
But if I do an audience right now, I'm like, a penny saved is in the whole audience. It doesn't matter where, by the way. It could be Russia. It could be Malaysia. It could be Africa. It could be America. It is the same saying everywhere.
Yep.
And I'm like, no, guys, it's a penny.
It's a penny. Right.
And a penny's never going to be worth anything.
Yep.
So it's the ability to look around the corner and see the truth.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of people can't see the truth because they don't look.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people that are listening to this might know that, I've been studying Scientology since I was 45 years old.
Mm-hmm.
It woke me up so much. Forget all the negative media and the fake news stuff and what the tabloids say about it, because none of that's true, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I've read almost every book that guy wrote. Okay. The technology there wakes up an individual so they can be a better Christian, so they can be a better Jew, so they can be a better Muslim, or be a better whatever, agnostic. Like, they're not forcing you to believe in a God. They're waking the individual up so the individual can be like, what is money anyway?
Right.
Or what is a marriage? Or should a parent actually hit their kids? Because the moment I hit a kid, I've never hit my kids before. And I was raised like you were, with the belt.
Yep.
Right? With the threat. I never threaten my kids. I reason with my kids.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to hit them. Because the moment I use that much force on a child, I lost control.
Right.
So the Scientological thing just woke me up to, like, do I really need a belt?
Mm-hmm.
How much money is enough money? What is money? Okay. What is a marriage? Hey, why am I not taking care of my physical body? What is time? Like, it just woke me up. It really, literally, the last 15 years, woke me up to the possibilities and the potential of who I am. Not without limitations to the way I was brought up. Because if I was going to judge what I've done in my life to the way I was brought up, I could have called it quits like 20 years ago.
Right.
And I'd be traveling around the world, unhappy, spending money, talking to everybody, look where I went, look what I'm doing.
But it's I in reading your books, it's very clear, and I love it, that you feel like you and me and everybody, we do have a God-given potential, and it is our duty to work hard to maximize that potential, right?
Yeah. And that's what drives me, this potential. I was woken up to my potential.
Yeah.
And the potential is always in front of you. It's not what you've done. I could have hung it up a long time ago. You know, when I was telling you about the guy at San Antonio, I'm knocking on those doors.
Yeah.
There's a car dealer in San Antonio that I called on 30 years ago when that guy quit that week. He's like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
He called me maybe 2 weeks ago, and he's like, dude, I've been watching you for 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, we're about the same age now, Grant.
Yeah.
I knew you. I met you when no one knew you. You hadn't written a book. You didn't have a stage. You didn't have your own plane. None of that stuff was going on. He's like, I knew you. He's like, I didn't buy from you that week. You know that, right? I said, oh, no, dude, I remember. I mean, I've been calling on that guy for 15 years, never sold him anything.
Right.
And he said, hey, man, I want to invest money with you at Cardone Capital.
Wow.
And I said, why now? And he's like, dude, you got so much fuel in your tank.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, how? He's like, I'm curious. We're the same age. Why do you have more fuel than I do?
Mm-hmm.
I said, dude, I'm working on my potential.
Yeah.
I'm not working on my past. You know, I'm not 25 years old anymore. I'm not 35 years old. But I'm not talking about I only talked about when I was 10 years old because you brought it up, and I only talked about when I was 20 because you brought it up. But what can I do to make a difference?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I have to say, I love the difference you're making. And one thing I want to bring up is the fact that you said you feel like you wasted like about 30 years.
Yeah.
And, but I wonder if that was part of your journey. Like you had to experience that to bring you where you are today. Right.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You don't think so? No,
I think that was just a damn waste of time. I don't even want to make sense of it. Okay, when I come back next time, I'm coming back fast. Dog.
You're coming back stronger and faster.
I'm coming back as the bolt. I'm coming back. I'm not going through all this crazy stuff again.
Yeah.
Just wasting time on drugs and alcohol and spending 12 years in an education system that's broken.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick some parents that are like, we don't need to do all that. That's stupid.
Yeah.
My kids are getting homeschooled right now, right? I told my kids, I said, look, you want to go to school for 12 years? I'll send you over there. I'll have somebody drop you off every day.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can do it right here from the house and do it in 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
What you want to do? You want to be more like Papa or more like those people over there?
Right. I can imagine their answer.
Yeah, and then I got friends who are like, aren't you worried that they're going to miss out on socializing? My kids,
Yeah.
you meet my kids, if you've seen a video on them, they're not having a problem being socialized.
Right. Yep.
I got a 9-year-old that spoke to 34,000 people on a stage.
Yeah.
And short of her having a little bit of nerves.
Right. Which is normal.
Rock the place.
Yep.
Then my 7-year-old walks out there, wrote her own speech, delivered it verbatim, didn't tell either parent what she was going to say beforehand. She's like, I'm not sharing this with anybody.
Yep.
Went out there, did her little deal, and dropped the mic on 34,000 people.
Right.
And people in the audience were like, dude, you brought in Steve Harvey. I brought in Snoop. I spoke there for 3 days. John Maxwell, one of the great leadership trainers, educators, Christian leader on the planet. He spoke. Who else? Damon John. Sarah Blakely's a billionaire. She spoke.
Yeah.
People were like, your 2 kids changed my idea of what a human being can do.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Isn't that something? Yeah. What an opportunity for them too, right? So, yeah, I don't think anybody has to worry about socialization problems with them now. So,
Yeah.
That's fantastic. So, Grant, listen, I totally appreciate your time. Obviously, you're very busy, and it means a lot to me. I feel very blessed that you spent your Monday morning with me. Want to leave, Avanti family, our Avanti tribe. We have it's an entrepreneurial membership-based community of small, medium-sized business owners, entrepreneurs that are striving to grow their business to the next level, right? So if you were sitting down with a group of Avanti members right now and they said, Grant, can you give us some quick tips? What would you say to them?
I would say, look, don't grow to the next level. Skip, jump, hop, go 10x.
Go to this level, right?
Go to that level. Okay, it doesn't mean you're going to get there, but I guarantee if you put 10x plans in place, 10x goals in place. I'm writing down this morning. I use this little day timer in the morning. Okay, and the first thing on the day timer is about write my goals down. Yeah. So first thing on this thing, it's not the meeting I'm going to have this morning. I don't have my active day timer in front of me, but it's like, okay, $10 billion in assets, $18 million a month distributed to the investors.
Wow. That's 10x. That's maybe 100x.
I don't know how to get there. I don't know how to do it. I've never done that.
Yeah.
That's what I write every morning. So what I'm trying to do is jump to 10 times of where I'm at right now. That'd be from 5,000 units to 50,000 units.
Yeah.
So how do I do that, right? First thing I got to do is stay focused on it, because you get what you focus on. Wherever your attention goes is where you end up. If you got all your attention on your problems, that's what you got. If you keep saying, I don't have enough time. I don't have time to work out. I don't have time for this. I don't have time for that. I don't have the money, whatever. You're just lying to yourself. And your body is going to follow your lies.
Yeah.
So I would just tell people, look, 10x, whatever your plan is, you want to make $1 million, put a $10 million plan together. You're going to fail on both of them. Mm-hmm. Just fail big.
Yep. You'll be further ahead anyway, right?
You'll still be further ahead.
Yep. Excellent, Grant. And we're going to put in the show notes all the incredible things you got going on. Your annual 10X conference we were just talking about. Your Grant Cardone University. You got a boot camp coming up. You got so many great things going on. And we're going to put everything in the show notes. And we're going to and everybody can learn more about you. And obviously you have the tools and all the lessons to teach people on how to 10X and beyond. So appreciate.
Yeah, this is a great interview and everything, but people do need skills. Remember, my life changed because I started studying people.
Yep.
Okay, I studied one guy over and over and over. I wasn't studying hundreds of people. I'd find the best of the best.
Yep.
You brought up Tiger Woods. He does not take instructions from 17 different people.
Yep.
He takes instructions on his golf game from one person. In fact, he will not look at another golfer swing. Mm-hmm. You ever see him out there on the tee box? He hits his shot, and watch when the other guy pull back that freaking piece of metal.
Yeah.
Turns away. He will not look at the shot.
Yeah. Super hyper focused.
Contaminated by the ideas that other people have. So pick one person and study them. If you're going to pick somebody on sales or business growth or entrepreneurship, study them deep.
Yeah.
Don't be a dilettante.
You become what you think about, right?
That's right. Don't dabble.
Yep. Grant, thank you so much. Appreciate all the incredible work you're doing. Appreciate you very much. Thanks again.
Thank you, Laura. Laura's the best.
Laura's the best. Laura's big fan. She's read 10X as well 10 times. So we're gonna take all the lessons today, and I think personally we're gonna 100X our life because of you. So
I have your plan.
Thank you, Grant. Thank you, Avanti listeners. Go to AvantiEntrepreneur.com to hear this episode, show notes to how it works, over 100 other episodes, and ton of great resources on AvantiEntrepreneur.com. Make it a great day and stay awesome.